What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The Hero Tech here. We're going to talk about Assassin's Creed Syndicate today. I've gotten the game for a little bit, and I've been playing it, putting some hours into it, and I'm really liking it so far. So I just want to share my thoughts with you guys about it. So hopefully you guys can look forward to videos like this. I do stream Assassin's Creed Syndicate when I feel like it. I'll probably stream after this video goes live. The Twitch for me is in my About Me section. It's just twitch.tv/TheHeroTech. Pretty simple. So if you guys just check me out, you don't really, I don't stream very often, but drop a follow. So when I stream, you guys know, you guys get a notification, whatever you do. If you guys are really into the Twitch thing, I can start doing it more. I wanted to set a Twitch schedule. I made a video about it forever ago, and that video was really inconclusive. It just basically said I was going to make one, and I never did. I never got into it. I never had really a solid time I was going to record, because I do go to school, I do have a job. So Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Basically, Assassin's Creed Syndicate is Industrial Revolution London trains. The combustion engine and stuff, internal combustion engines just coming around. And you play as Jacob and Evie Fry, twins who come from somewhere else, and their father was a master assassin, well respected, and they're trying to make the name for themselves by taking down Grandmaster Crawford Starrick. Firstly, like I said, I've been enjoying it. I've been putting so many hours into it. If you know me, you know that I love Assassin's Creed. And Syndicate is kind of like a breath of fresh air for me, because Unity was so bad. Unity was such a disappointment. I didn't even play Rogue. I never went back to PS3. So like basically Black Flag was Dream was my favorite game. It's still my favorite game, probably because it was the one I really got into depth with. Like, I played all of them. Played Brotherhood. I didn't really like Altair and Ezio. And that's crazy because they're the people that started it. And Connor was kind of a sissy. And if Connor was a sissy, then Arno has got a worm that crawls beneath Connor's feet. Arno was awful in Unity. So Jacob and Evie are enjoyable. I like them. I like that they kind of have banter between each other, and it's a really nice combo, as well as that you get to play as both, which is nice, because Jacob's the bruiser in here, man. He goes in and he just goes really hard. He doesn't really do, he's got sneak stuff, but his special skills are really all about going in and taking out a bunch of guys by hand. Whereas Evie, you're gonna use your slingshot a little bit more. You're gonna go in, you're gonna take your time, you're gonna kill people methodically. You're gonna sneak, you're gonna get in there and it's kind of just break them out from the inside. But Jacob, you're gonna go in and F everything up. So that's a good differentiator. You can play two different styles, and each mission really depends on what you want to play it as. So it's a little bit more decision making than going in as Edward or Arno and saying, okay, well, I have a polearm on my back, and I have to sneak with this polearm on my back. I really wish we could go back to the weapon style of Black Flag. Unity had way too much. Syndicate doesn't have what I'm looking for. I want to be able to fight with, and this sounds so dumb, but I loved fighting with the gauntlets, the assassin gauntlet, with not just punching, but like the blades. I loved that so much. I loved no weapons. I love that you could just fight fist to fist. That was such a good thing about Black Flag, and they ruined it in Unity by adding just all these weapons. So, and they kind of stuck with that in Syndicate, that you can't, you use the blade, but it's not a weapon. You use your cane sword, your kikiri, or your knuckles. If I'm saying kikiri wrong, I know I'm saying it wrong. Just don't correct me. It's not worth it. It's not worth your time to comment that I'm saying it wrong, because I know I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, it's basically like Crawford Starrick is your main enemy, the guy you're searching for, the guy you're hunting for. But to me, the way the game's portraying him thus far, I'm not done. I'm about halfway through this story right now. I'm at sequence 6. There's sequence 8, and then there's sequence 9 so I'm a little bit more than half. But basically, Crawford Starrick comes across as the guy that's got his stuff together, the guy that's holding this mass enterprise just by himself. So basically, I mean, I find it hard not to like him. He's got this amazing mustache. Like, my mustache is growing in great. But he's got this amazing mustache, and he's got the undercut. I mean, who doesn't love an undercut? And that, all jokes aside, he's really an in-depth villain. He's a likable character. He just is hard not to hate. You know, he knows what he wants to do, and he's gonna get it, and he's gonna take it, and he's gonna do what he wants to do with it. But he has this underlying notion of it's for himself, but on the outside, it really feels like he's doing it for the betterment of London. Yeah, for the betterment of the evil corporation, the Templars. But all jokes, I mean, like, basically, the Templars are ruling everything right now. Assassins are always the underdog. They're always going to be the underdog. That's the story. They're the underdog. They go through. They F stuff up. That's it. So London is just controlled by this guy. So therefore, anything that Jacob or Evie do affects London. Jacob goes and kills the guy that's producing medicine, though he is a nutbag and he's producing pretty bad medicine. He's producing the medicine that's keeping people alive. He also goes through and kills the other people that are controlling the transportation. People need to get around. People need to get to their jobs. People, not all this in this day had carriages. So they were taking the buses, which not our modern buses where they drive around, but they could fit like 5-10 people per bus, and they would take those buses and they would go to work with them, and they would pick them up, and that would be their rounds. They would pick up these people for work, and he takes those people out. So you kind of see like the downfall of an assassin coming into London, which is kind of cool. It's kind of annoying at the same time because it's making Jacob seem like the bad guy. Jacob has this gang called the Rooks in this game, and they're a nice little addition, actually. It's nice to be able to recruit people. I wish you could have done that like with crewmates in Black Flag. That would have made Black Flag a little bit easier for me to go in and kind of use them as a distraction. I don't even really use them to, I mean, when I'm playing Jacob, if we're going for a bare knuckle brawl, I go in, I grab as many of the Rooks as I can, and I go in. But if I need them to kind of evade around, I'll send them towards a police officer or the Blighters, which is the rival gang, and I'll use those guys, and then we'll get the main task done by myself while the Rooks are fighting the Blighters or the cops or whatever. And that's kind of like a cool aspect of this game. So I have a question before I leave off with you guys. Assassin or Templar? If you had to choose, if you, over all the games, out of all the times you've spent playing Assassin's Creed, if you play it, who would you have to choose? Honestly, seriously, think about it. Think about you as a person. If you were one of them, if you had a choice, Assassin or Templar? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. If you liked the video, leave a like as well as that comment. Maybe drop a subscribe. I'm going to do a couple more videos like this. I like doing this talking video. Gets my voice out there. It gets me to be able to use my microphone. And I get to use a little bit of thought. I get long-winded sometimes, and I'm actually running out of breath because these videos take a lot out on me. I'm trying not to breathe as much and talk and take as many ums or breaks. So, yeah, that's about it for you guys. Thanks for watching.